All right, guys, so for this test, there's a couple words that we need to remember. The first vocab word you need to remember is bivariate data. Now remember, the key words here, or the base word, is bi, which means two, and vary, which should remind us of variables. So bivariate data involves two variables. We read our x and y axis to determine the two variables, so this is an example of bivariate data because it measures the temperature outside and the number of ice cream sales. The next word we need to remember is association. Association has to do with the relationship between the two variables. If I were to draw a nice straight line through here, it fits the data pretty well, which tells me that this has a linear association, and it has a positive association because if I read my graph, it's increasing over time. It's increasing, so it has a positive association. The last thing you need to remember how to do is to write the equation of the line of best fit. So if I go ahead and draw my line of best fit, I'm actually going to try that again to make it nice and straight. Draw my line of best fit through the data. I need to pick 2 points that are going to help me find this line of best fit. So I pick 2 points that my line goes through. So I'm going to pick this point, and I'm going to pick this point. The coordinates are what are important for us to know. We need to know this coordinate, which is 93, 90, and this point, which is 104, 100. Just like in our do now, we need to find the slope of the line by subtracting our y values and dividing it by our x values to get, this was actually 103, 100. Not 104. To get 10 over 10, which is 1. So once I know my slope, I can take the equation y equals mx plus b and plug in values I know. I'm going to use this point. So I know from this point my y value is 100. I just found that m was 1, and I know my x value is 103. I don't know b. So 100 equals 103 plus b, which tells me that if I subtract 103 from both sides, b has to be -3. So the equation of my line of best fit is y equals 1x, or just x, minus 3. All right, guys, at this point, I would have you pause the video. You're going to use this graph to answer the questions from the Google document that you can find in Google Classroom. Be sure when you're answering number 3 that you use these 2 points that I gave you. So go ahead, pause the video so that you can still see the graph and answer the questions in the Google document. When you're done, make sure you submit the document so that I can grade it.